All right, welcome to this video. Today we're going to be talking about acne, severe acne, what I experienced having severe acne, how I healed it naturally from the inside out using no topical things, no ointments, no drugs, no antibiotics, no creams, no serums, no cleansers. I know that because I tried all of those things and they didn't work, and spent about like 2 years trying a bunch of stuff like that. I even put like honey and cinnamon and papaya and like all this natural like clay masks and stuff on my face. So that was about 2 years of just trying topical stuff. And then about 1.5 years, I just didn't do anything. I just lived with it, accepted the fate. And kind of out of nowhere, I found the solution that worked for me. So I'm going to go into that in this video. So you can pretty much clear your acne, at least, or at least arm yourself with this knowledge so you can take some actions. And I just really want you to have clear skin, man. It sucks. It really does. So let's go to the first thing. So the first thing was removing lectins from my diet. Most lectins, especially the harsher lectins like gluten, I don't know the names of the lectins themselves, but like wheat, barley, rye, oats, most grains, corn, most beans I actually eliminated from my diet. And if you don't know what lectins are, I suggest you buy the book, The Plant Paradox by Dr. Gundry, and read that. Seriously, go do it. Like, you are watching YouTube, you have money to do that. You're gonna be very, very happy you did. The book isn't all correct, and I don't know, I think it really only applies to a small amount of people who are sensitive to lectins. But when you are, it fucks you up. So go check out that book. Lectins are basically protective chemicals that plants produce to fuck up insects, and also it screws up our bodies sometimes. Because plants can't run away, they need to survive. It's survival of the fittest for plants too, so the plants that can produce the most protective chemicals that kind of screw up things that eat it, well, they're going to survive longer. And in the wild, naturally, you know, humans, hold on, okay, we're recording. In the wild, naturally humans would eat a plant with lectins and it would be bitter, it would taste bad, and we would get stomach aches, and we'd realize it's not good for us. For example, tomatoes. Italians actually weren't the first people to have tomatoes. I think tomatoes came from America and they were brought to Italy, and then the Italians worked their magic. And the Italians originally thought tomatoes were poisonous. And so that's why Italians developed the habit of peeling and de-seeding the tomatoes to take out the most lectin-dense part of the plant. Because when they would eat the tomatoes, they'd have stomach aches and they'd feel sick. So this is a real thing, and tomatoes are a definitely high lectin food and can cause problems for some people. The other thing removing lectins did is it improved my digestion and it reduced the inflammation. So improved digestion, meaning less leaky gut, less inflammation in the gut, and less like room for error in terms of inflammation. And then kind of what happens when you have lectins and it inflames the gut is it kind of allows the gut to be a little more permeable. And literally LPSs, lipopolysaccharides, also coined little pieces of shit, literally enter your bloodstream and just wreak havoc. They cause inflammation, and the inflammation kind of shows in your face and probably affects your liver and your organs, and there's probably connections to all the organs and stuff. But as simple as I like to say it, it's inflammation, shouldn't be there. Let's stop it at the root, stop it from getting in your body in the first place. Number 2, start taking a high quality digestive enzyme. That's what I did. High quality, emphasis on high quality, because I actually tried digestive enzymes before that didn't really do anything. So high quality, that also improves digestion and reduces inflammation by reducing the possibility of SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. So I actually had SIBO. I think a lot of people with acne have it and they don't realize it. It's just bloating in the small intestine, and there's bacteria there that shouldn't be there. The small intestine should be relatively sterile, so if there's undigested food particles kind of getting in the small intestine and you're not absorbing the fuel and the nutrients, it's going to feed bacteria. So digestive enzymes, I think, this is my hypothesis of why digestive enzymes had such a big impact on my health, was that number one, it helped me digest nutrients and absorb nutrients better, but number 2, it helped reduce the undigested food particles in the small intestine and reduce the inflammation and bacterial overgrowth in the small intestine, so that there is less kind of bloating, less leaky gut, less shit going in the bloodstream that shouldn't be in the bloodstream, and overall just less inflammation. Boom. The other thing, like I just said, helping absorb nutrients. Amino acids, fatty acids, fat-soluble vitamins, all your other vitamins and minerals, those all need to be absorbed, and if they're not being absorbed, you're not going to have clear skin. Your skin needs all of that stuff to make clear skin. I'd say if you're not absorbing these things, you're going to almost 100% of the time have some kind of skin issue, whether it's acne, eczema, rosacea, something like that. So just, are you absorbing your nutrients? Is it actually getting into your bloodstream? If you have a problem with lectins, if you have digestive issues, if you have bloating, you most likely have absorption problems, because improper digestion for long periods of time, it's just like inevitable. You're going to have absorption problems. Digestive enzymes can kind of help get the ball rolling with that. Another reason why digestive enzymes can help get the ball rolling is that certain nutrients, you need them to produce proper stomach juices, like stomach acid. You need zinc to produce proper stomach acid, but you need stomach acid to absorb zinc. So sometimes it could be kind of this feedback loop that keeps getting less and less and less, because you have less stomach acid to absorb less zinc, and less zinc to produce less stomach acid. So that's why digestive enzymes can help, and other digestive supplements. Some people like taking hydrochloric acid, some people like apple cider vinegar, some people like a whole bunch of stuff. I like digestive enzymes. They are the things that helped me. I mean, when I started taking digestive enzymes, within 2 weeks, my skin was clear, no acne. I mean, I had scarring, but the scarring went away after a few months. I gained like 30 pounds within a month, and I changed nothing. I was working out, I was eating healthy, and the only thing I added was digestive enzymes. And so that's just a testament to, it doesn't really matter what you eat, it matters whether you're breaking it down into the small enough particle to absorb through the cellular membrane of the gut. You are not absorbing protein, you're absorbing amino acids. So you can eat tons and tons of steaks, but not absorb any of it if you're not breaking it down into amino acids. That's just a crucial point. So I gained a lot of muscle just by breaking things down better. And I think a lot of people would benefit from that as well. Okay, lastly, this brings me to the next point, supplementation with nutrients. Now, all this stuff I'm saying with supplementation, you have to do it at your own risk. You're responsible for your own health. You should maybe talk to a nutritionist, a naturopath. You know, you could talk to your doctor, but doctors aren't really trained in nutrition as much as a nutritionist or a naturopath is. I would say definitely take your responsibility into your own hands. Otherwise, you're going to be giving your health away to people for the rest of your life. With that being said, supplementing with high quality supplements. Emphasis on high quality. Do not go cheap on supplements. This is your life. You should not go cheap on food. You should not go cheap on supplements. These things they're paramount. You should not go cheap on, what you're sleeping on. You should not go cheap on just the basic necessities of life. So supplements, when I say supplements, I mean quite literally vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, maybe amino acids. Amino acids you should be getting from your food. If you're vegetarian or vegan, you need to really lock in whether you're getting all your essential amino acids, because it's not as easy for you. You just got to make sure you got that locked in. Essential fatty acids, especially for vegans and vegetarians as well. You got to make sure you lock that in, because a lot of you don't get enough essential fatty acids. And then in terms of vitamins and minerals, top vitamins I'd say and minerals for healthy skin that people are probably lacking, that I definitely was lacking, zinc, copper, maybe vitamin A, depending on what you're doing. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is a bit iffy. I'm going to make a video separate about vitamin D, because I've had experiences taking vitamin D where it's just been not enjoyable. But vitamin D is necessary for healthy skin, so I'm going to say it. Vitamin C, pretty much all the vitamins, vitamin E. The thing is, it's like if you are lacking one vitamin or one mineral in your diet, it can be kind of hindering the whole process. So high quality supplements, maybe a high quality multivitamin would help. Maybe just taking, some zinc and some copper. That is up to you to decide. Those are, zinc being, the number one. When you take zinc, you should always take it with copper. So make sure you do your research. I'm not your source for, nutritional advice. I'm just telling you what's worked for me. Zinc take it with copper. If I am doing something and if I'm breaking out, I know I can take zinc and my skin can be clear again within a few days, maybe even a day. I also know, oddly enough, if I take if I'm breaking out and I take enzymes on an empty stomach, that'll clear my skin up within 24 hours. I don't know why. My theory is that sometimes if I forget what I'm eating and I could eat something with lectins in it, the digestive enzymes can help kind of clear that out and digest and break down the lectins a little bit. Or they do something else that I'm not aware of. It's really important to get proper amino acids, which is, I think, another reason why digestive enzymes helped me so much. If you're not breaking down your proteins into amino acids, you're going to have kind of issues with infection and inflammation. Certain amino acids like lysine are super important for preventing infection and for fighting off bacterial and viral stuff. And it's kind of the body's way of working with things. Yes, there's so much here I have not talked about, but the last thing I want to mention before I go is there's definitely a correlation between people with really severe acne. This is just a hypothesis, of course, my hypothesis, but I think there's a clear connection between severe acne and improper digestion, especially fat digestion. So we're talking like gallbladder, bile, liver. What's going on there? I mean, a lot of people have talked about how the liver is related to the skin health, how the liver is related to acne, and it's probably true. I think what happens is, depending on your genetics, you could have MTHFR mutations, certain things that prevent proper detoxification, and, you know, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty certain there's connections between digestion, bile health, liver health. So, you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to look into supporting your liver with maybe, my recommendation is artichoke extract. I've had experiences where I ran out of digestive enzymes and I tried artichoke extract and they worked the same. Artichoke extract is really supportive to bile production. Even just eating artichokes, you could just eat artichokes, eat beets, things like that. Really supportive to bile production. And bile production is how you digest and break down fats. It's also how you detox stuff that's in the liver. You kind of release the bile and the toxins get mixed in with the, poop, and then you leave it in the toilet. So, lots to talk about. Very interesting stuff. These are the basic things I did, and they aren't really, a knowing. They're just kind of the things I did and happened upon. The brand enzymes I used was Digest Gold, and I would take 3 per meal. So that was a lot. I really needed it. My digestion was terrible. I used to have digestive issues since age 9, IBS, things like that. So I knew it was connected to my digestion, and yours can very much be too. Or you might have hormonal acne, which is also connected to the liver and the bile and stuff, because the liver deals a lot with hormones. I think the liver deals the most with hormones compared to any other organ in the body. The liver deals the most with hormones. So if you have a hormone problem, consider supporting the liver. Talk to your nutritionist about liver supporting stuff, liver supporting herbs. Maybe look into MTHFR, mutations in methylation. That is all liver connected and detoxification connected. 40% of the population, I think, has a polymorphism in their gene for detoxification. This is the MTHFR thing I keep talking about. If it's all kind of complicated when I say it, don't worry, I've been there. I was there probably a month ago. I'm just learning about that now. I'm always on this, learning thing. I'm always learning about new things. So, your miles may vary. The biggest bang for your buck might be to remove lectins, all of them, and see what happens. So we're talking, you're going to just be eating sweet potatoes, leafy greens, meat, and vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower. You're not going to be having tomatoes and peppers and corn and beans. You're going to kind of avoid those. That'd be my number one recommendation, because that's easy to do. You don't need to buy anything. You just need to stop, eating certain things. And on top of that, if you want to try a digestive enzyme, The one I use is what I recommend because I've tried other ones that didn't do anything. If you're looking for a really in-depth, full scope of what I experienced, my hypotheses, and the things I've learned, I actually made an e-course. So if you want to dive deep and check it out, I think it's teaching you everything I've learned about healing clear skin. We go from talking about having a proper vision of who you want to be, what your clear skin is going to be, to talking about all these things from lectins to proper digestion, proper absorption, gluten intolerances, things that cause inflammation in the gut and prevent absorption. And then we talk about experimentation, how I experiment in everyday life, the hustle and bustle, how you experiment without going crazy, And then the fourth part of the course is all about implementing, proper implementation of the daily habits, like realistic ways to implement new habits, that like eliminating lectins. I mean, it kind of sounds easy, but when you think about it, you have no idea what to cook, what to eat, how it's going to work. So basically leave no stone unturned in this e-course. It's just everything I know about my experience with severe acne, my hypotheses, my tested hypotheses, and I even caused myself to break out with what I know, the knowledge I know. I caused myself to break out by eating some things, and I fix it within a few days. So, I mean, I don't have a research team and thousands of people to do studies on. I just have myself, and I'm hoping that my videos are going to encourage you to start experimenting safely, responsibly, and smartly with yourself. That's my hope. I think everyone should be on this journey to thriving. We're in a world where I think the most people are dealing with chronic issues than ever before. We might be living longer, but man, we're not living better. But we can. Let's do it. All right? Cool.